Preschoolers and cardboard have a long and storied history, but today we will find out if preschoolers can handle the Nintendo Labo. Alright, so let's start off with what is a Nintendo Labo. Well, Nintendo Labo is a cardboard STEM kit where you and your kids create fully working contraptions that sometimes also have multiple functions. It sounds a little bit rudimentary on paper, but I mean, these things are made out of cardboard. Once you see these things in action and you kind of stick it in your brain that you just folded a bunch of paper together to make something that completely works, it's so awesome. Currently, the Nintendo Labo comes in two different flavors. You have the Variety Kit, which comes with 5 different activities, 6 if you count the Toy-Con Garage. And then the other kit is a Robot Kit. Now the Robot Kit is $10 more expensive than the Variety Kit, but you can build a wearable robot suit including a backpack and visor. It allows you to control a huge on-screen robot and play different minigames where you're smashing buildings and UFOs. And what I really like about the kit is that children can actually start learning about mechanics using this robot suit because of the fact that they essentially build all the pullers and levies that make the robot operate. So with all that being said, when I got my Nintendo Labo package and I opened it up, I was still pretty surprised about the contents inside. I knew exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting a bunch of cardboard and a Nintendo Switch cartridge, and that was exactly what I got, but I still had that moment of, oh, okay. It's not exactly anything that's bad, but it just kind of, once again, sets you within a reality as opposed to these somewhat fanciful expectations that you may have about what you're building. So once you stick the cartridge into your Switch and once you do a little update for your Joy-Cons, you start with a starter project where you're building a Joy-Con holder that teaches you the basics of the folding techniques that you will be using while building stuff with the Labo. I gotta say, Nintendo did an absolutely great job with the instructions. Absolutely easy to understand with little to no reading required. I would just basically read the instructions to my daughter and then she would watch the video on screen and then she would just repeat the folding actions that she just saw. It was great. She was able to pick up on it so quickly. And having a full 360-degree control of the camera is a little touch that I feel like is a little bit underappreciated. Being able to have that perfect frame of reference when folding an assembly is absolutely crucial in these projects. And having that perfect control of the camera just makes sure that you do everything right the first time. For our first outing, my daughter and I decided to do the house and the RC car. Overall, the house took about 3.5 hours and the RC car took about 30 minutes. We did the house first, and so we took all that knowledge and then just completely knocked out and obliterated the RC car in no time at all. It was definitely perfect for a rainy afternoon and we had lots of fun doing it the whole time. So yeah, when it comes to a great bonding experience, the Nintendo Labo definitely delivered. And I definitely feel like 4 years old is a good age to at the very least start introducing these types of things. She was a little bit rough with the cardboard a few times, but I mean, the cardboard itself is still holding up pretty well and it can easily be reinforced with, cardboard. But after watching me a few times, she could easily look at a piece of cardboard, identify the fold lines, and then from there proceed to assemble most of the piece by herself. Something I didn't quite expect was the Discover mode and the depth that it goes into in regards to explaining the technical details of how the Labo devices work. They explain how the IR camera and the Joy-Con works in relation to the RC car. They explain how the buttons and the levers for the house are read and activated using IR sensors. And they even have a section that teaches you how to turn the RC car into a self-driving unit that I haven't dove into yet, but I'm so excited to start exploring with my kids. So after you finish the house, you gain access to a minigame that has you interacting with a cute little mouse. By inserting assembled blocks into the openings in the Toy-Con house, you can play games with the inhabitant inside, and you can even decorate the house a little bit too. Each block is detected by the IR motion camera of the Joy-Con itself. The different games are activated not only by the blocks inserted into the Labo itself, but also their position. For example, putting the crank on the side and then the button on the other will create a mouse wheel with a treat dispenser. But if if you move the button to the bottom of the house, it becomes a jump rope game. This setup allows your child to experiment with different combinations, and they are rewarded with new games to help customize their mouse and the house too. It isn't a full digital pet, so you don't have to worry about creating a spreadsheet to like min-max all their stats and their happiness or anything like that. As previously mentioned, we also did the Toy-Con RC car. Now the standard variety kit comes with 2 cars that you can decorate and make, and like I said, they take literally not even 5 minutes to make themselves. Now the RC cars are operated by the Joy-Cons themselves, which are inserted into the sides. The Switch console with its touchscreen acts as a controller for the cars. The HD rumble will vibrate, causing the car to move in the direction that you choose. And you can also change the frequency via a hidden menu, which will alter the speed and the behavior of the RC car. You also get to see the Joy-Con camera in action as well. The picture quality isn't that great, but what it does do is allow you to see in the dark with its night vision camera. There's even a 2-player mode, so you can have sumo matches and races with your friends as well. The software included, including the Toy-Con Garage, is flexible enough that the limitations are basically set by your imagination, your free time, and your access to cardboard. So for $70, you are literally just getting a bunch of cardboard with a game cartridge. But if you space out the activities over weeks or months, along with making sure that your kids actually play the creations and try to understand them since they are a bit more intricate than they initially let on, I think that you will see that the Nintendo Labo is well worth the money and far exceeds the value that it's initially perceived. Overall, I am very happy and excited about this purchase. We've already gotten hours worth of Labo time, both building and playing, and we haven't even started the keyboard, the fishing rod, or the motorcycle. I'm excited to dive deeper into the discovery mode. We haven't even touched the Joy-Con Garage too, where I will really see, what my daughter is capable of in terms of imagination and ingenuity. The Labo is definitely worth your time. It is definitely worth your toddler's time, and if they have the attention and the creativity and the desire to learn how to make these devices, and if they are ready and they want to take that next step further and start creating their own Labo devices, then this is perfect for them. If you have a child that's been showing interest in STEM, then this is definitely the great gateway product to get them fully enveloped in this world. They get a little bit of everything. They learn the science behind the technology of the Switch. They use their own engineering skills to build the technology that they play with, and they use their own mathematical abilities by counting the pieces, counting the folds, and basically doing all the calculations in their head that they don't even realize that they're doing. I am so excited to dive deeper into the Labo to see what else it can do, and I am so excited to get into the other kits just to see how much depth there is to all of them. Nintendo absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one, and I am so excited to see what type of kits that they offer in the future. I know that I'm gonna love them, I know my kids are gonna love them, and I know that they're gonna be learning along the way. And that's all we can really ask for at the end of the day. Alright guys, so there is basically, I guess, what you call a first part review of the Nintendo Labo. I'm absolutely enamored with the thing, and my kids love it too. And I can't wait to see what else Nintendo comes out with. When we do the other kits, you're gonna see more videos about it. So if you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up and, smash that subscribe button and the bell and all that other stuff that all the other cool kids are saying. And, follow me on social media, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, obviously here on YouTube as well for like the 4th time ever. But yeah, I want to do more stuff like this for you guys, so let me know what you think. If you have kids around my age, about 3, 4, 5, let me know how they've been doing with the Labo as well, and let's start a discussion down below. Until next time, sorry, my cat's freaking out, but until next time, I will see you guys later. Keep on gaming and keep on leveling up that parenting skill. Peace.